Hello and welcome to episode 105 of Driver's Soup Plug Radio. As always, I'm your host, David G. Firestone. I've got the Rolex 24 starting tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to, which is good because last week was a week to forget. For those of you who have never had the pleasure of working outside a negative degree wind chill, good for you. It sucks. But everything is back to normal now, and I may, from here on out, have to do a 2-segment podcast as opposed to a 3-segment one, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Now, our first two stories are somewhat related, because on January 8th it was announced that IROC, or the International Race of Champions, officially has a new home. I'm going to read the JC article in its entirety on this, link in the description. Quote, IROC Holdings, LLC, a joint venture company created by NASCAR Hall of Fame member Ray Evernham and former NASCAR Cup team owner and venture capitalist Rob Kaufman, announced the formation of the joint venture and the acquisition of the rights to the IROC brand. Known as IROC, International Race of Champions, a series of races that was held annually from 1973 to 2006. IROC brought together the greatest drivers from all forms of motorsport to compete against each other in iconic cars on historic tracks. Although the annual events ended in 2006, the legacy and recognition of the IROC brand has continued throughout the years. IROC Holdings plans to bring the historic brand back to life. I have a bit of a cold, so I apologize if I sound stuffy. IROC Holdings has been formed to house the business operations with the intent to have an IROC racing event in 2024 with historic IROC cars while exploring future opportunities. The company will be based in Mooresville, North Carolina, end quote. 3 days later, it was announced that SRX, or Superstar Racing Experience, made this announcement on Twitter. I'm not calling it X. Official statement. It is with deep disappointment that we announce the postponement of SRX's 4th season. We have entered the next phase of our racing series with great anticipation and excitement for what was ahead. Our expectations, however, have been tempered by market factors that have been proven too much to overcome. Time has run out to put forth the kind of events our fans, partners, drivers, and tracks deserve. We're thankful to each for their commitment, their contributions, and their support as we brought a new idea to reality. The racing industry continues to evolve, and we are actively exploring strategic options for the series' long-term potential. We made this announcement now to allow our partners the time and flexibility to best serve their interests. We will provide updates on future plans for SRX when they're available. Well, I'm saddened by the cancellation, but at the same time, I'm not really surprised. I liked SRX. I thought SRX was a great deal, so did a lot of other people, but they made several mistakes. They started with the TV deal on CBS. Now, CBS is not exactly an established motorsports channel or no established motorsports destination, so it wasn't as good as it could have been. I also question the 6 weeks in a row thing, because I always felt that spreading out the races at least a little bit was the right move to do, like maybe 2 weeks, week off, 2 weeks, week off, or race off, etc. And as much as it pains me to say this, it was a decent ticket draw. It simply wasn't going to generate the revenue it needed to last. When you as a racing sanctioning body are designing, building, and maintaining every car you need for a race, costs can and will spiral. I'm sad to see it go, but it is what it is. But even with this announcement, I was looking this up, there's still, at the time of production at least, a 2024 schedule for the SRX on their website. The races that were supposed to be held were at Stafford Motor Speedway in Stafford Springs, Connecticut on July 11th. Thunder Road Speed Bowl, that's an awesome name for a track, in Barre, Vermont, B-A-R-E, Vermont, on July 18th. Slinger Speedway in Slinger, Wisconsin on July 24th. Berlin Racing in Maine, Michigan on August 1st. Cedar Lake Speedway in New Richmond, Wisconsin on October 8th. And then there was one race that was scheduled but hadn't been announced as of the time of production. But I'm going to just throw this out there. It was mentioned on J-Skis, but I'm going to throw this one out there. Given how close these two stories occurred, it does raise a few questions. Will this new incarnation of IROC take over SRX? Will SRX and IROC cut a deal? Could there be a merger? Where does ESPN stand here? I mean, there's a good chance that there may be a unification of the two. And I'm interested to see how this works out. And I hope there is an IROC SRX merger or deal, because I really do want to watch it. It really is good racing and it's fun to watch. There's something just entertaining about just an all-star race where there's nothing really major on the line that's just fun to watch. And say what you want, it was popular. I'm not going to say it wasn't. It did draw a lot of people to the stands. It did draw decent numbers on TV. So, okay. We've got the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum in a few weeks. It's going to be held at the LA Coliseum. And I'm not going to say NASCAR is desperate, but Adam Stern has pointed out in a tweet that, quote, trying to drum up a buzz in a notoriously fickle market, NASCAR started deploying a street marketing team around LA to promote ticket sales for next month's Busch Light. NASCAR also announced that fans will be allowed to attend the Saturday events at the Coliseum for free on Saturday. According to the RacingExperts.com link in the description, quote, Ben Kennedy, NASCAR's Senior Vice President of Racing Development and Strategy, announced this on social media Thursday. It came in response to backlash from fans after a report indicated NASCAR wouldn't let fans in Saturday. Saturday will feature practice, qualifying for all 4 heat races for the NASCAR Cup Series Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. It will also feature practice and qualifying for the NASCAR Mexico Series. NASCAR was initially planning to open the gates on Saturday's preliminary. Wasn't initially planning to open the gates to Saturday's preliminary activities, but reversed course after listening to feedback from fans. Kennedy said. Again, I'm not saying but Kennedy said, end quote. Now, looking at this objectively, I'm not saying NASCAR is desperate. I'm not saying that. There is plenty of evidence, however, to suggest it. As Adam Stern said, LA is a very fickle market. It's also not a true NASCAR hotspot. For the Clash at the Coliseum, NASCAR relied heavily on cameos from celebrities last year, and now while it's proven effective before, but again, TV and ticket sales and TV viewership are dropping. NASCAR's worried. That's clear. And given the TV numbers, it's pretty much warranted. And I think that the worst move NASCAR made with the Clash was taking it away from Daytona. Taking it away from Daytona. A lot of other fans agree with me on this because NASCAR fans don't like major change, which is why they're upset about these changes, and I don't blame them. Okay, this lack of change is going to screw them over because you've got the upcoming Amazon Prime Video package that will pretty much ruin 5 races next year. It's going to run more fans off, something that NASCAR really shouldn't be doing. But the Clash, this version of the Clash, as much as I like it, it is a shell of what it once was. And I've said this before, NASCAR needs to focus on what they have as opposed to what they want. Okay? You got to stop running off fans if you want to survive. Now I've said all I want to say about that. I'm going to be taking my first break and I'll discuss. The next 2 segments are going to be about merch, but in 2 different capacities, so I'll be right back. So welcome back. Now we have to discuss merch, and I'll be discussing quite a bit of it over the next 2 segments. But it's 2 different fingers on the same hand, so to speak. I'm a fan of both wrestling and auto racing. I enjoy them and they bring them happiness. I enjoy coming home from work, taking off my shoes, having dinner, and watching me some WWE, or AEW, or Impact, or NXT. I do occasionally watch wrestling-related videos on YouTube, and the YouTube algorithm the other day decided I should watch a video entitled quote, AEW Fight Forever is becoming a blatant cash grab. Now, this video actually has two separate points. One that's actually asinine and one that's very valid. Now, the most asinine one we'll talk about first, because the valid one is actually more interesting. The first is the obvious, because for those of you who don't know, AEW Fight Forever is the official All Elite Wrestling video game. It was released 7 years late and has had a slew of controversies, botches, and glitches, and won't even come close to making its money back. Now, wrestling games aren't my genre, so I haven't played them. But the title of this video is what got me. AEW Fight Forever is becoming a blatant cash grab. Let me ask an honest question here. Isn't all merchandise a cash grab? I mean, when did the idea of taking something popular and selling items with the team/logo/character on it become a new thing? I think it goes back decades, if not centuries. Seriously, watch any sporting event on TV and look at what the fans are wearing. Many of them are wearing something that's at the bare minimum the same color as the home teams. A lot of them have logos, a lot of them have jerseys, and some even represent the visiting team in their apparel choices. Go to a NASCAR or NHRA or IndyCar or Formula One race. Look at what people are wearing. Do you see the majority of them wearing generic t-shirts or a t-shirt with the local hot dog company? No, they're wearing their favorite team or driver shirts or caps, carrying team umbrellas. Go to a wrestling event and look at what people are wearing. They're not wearing generic shirts. They're repping their favorite wrestler, tag team, faction, or group, or sometimes the promotion itself. But my point is, no matter what type of merch you are discussing, it's all a cash grab. Do you honestly think that teams are putting their brands on literally everything for no good reason? No. Fans purchase things with their favorite whatever on it. I don't care if you're talking about bands, movies, TV shows, superheroes, wrestlers, race car drivers, YouTubers, you name it. Anything that has a decent-sized fan base has merch to its name. I'm not saying it's a bad. I'm not even saying it's a bad thing. I think it's a great thing. I fully support fans showing support for their favorite teams and drivers, and their favorite sports teams, and their favorite movies, and their favorite whatever. No problem. But labeling one specific thing a cash grab in most circumstances is not a smart move. But in this particular case, however, it is. Because let's discuss the reason for the video. Now, the focus of this video is some downloadable content or DLC for Fight Forever. Now, I know what a lot of people are going to say about paid DLC. I'm going to go against the grain here. I'm not fully against it, especially if it enhances a game I like. Every so often, Golf with Friends will release a new course, and believe me, I played all of them. They're all worth the investment, and they're only like $1.99 each. I've bought all the available DLC for Pinball Arcade, and I love it. So I'm not fully against the idea of DLC. I am very much, however, the idea of what I call predatory DLC. And the DLC in question that this video is talking about is called Beat the Elite. Now, the premise of this DLC, according to AEW Games on Twitter, quote, Beat the Elite DLC has arrived in AEW Forever. In the new, highly competitive Beat the Elite gameplay mode, Fight Forever players will face 10 random AEW talents, and the last match will always be a wrestler who is from the Elite. With all 10 matches, you'll be win all 10 matches, and you'll be rewarded with in-game cosmetic items. Get the Beat the Elite DLC today. Now, this particular DLC costs just under $7. I'll get to why this is an issue in a minute, but let's talk about the DLC itself. Is this worth $7 extra? No. If this gameplay mode were a part of a larger DLC, I don't think most people would have a problem with it. Like if you got a bunch of wrestlers, and it came with that game mode, okay, that's fine. But paying for it by itself is it's frankly just predatory because they're charging up the wazoo and everything because they're desperate. They're not making their money back on this. Not even close. And it's DLC is making fans angry, and Fight Forever being the blotchy, botchy, glitchy mess that it is with all the issues that it has, it's still not great. And again, this isn't like a free DLC for like, hey, if they had said, hey, look, we're going to fix this, we're going to give you a couple free things to make up for it, I think most fans would have been on board with it. I really do. Getting something for free because a company makes a mistake and admits it and owns up to it, nothing but respect there. But no, they're trying to grab every single penny they can because they know good and goddamn well they're not making their money back on this. Desperation is a thing. And as I said, the idea of merch being a cash grab isn't unusual. In fact, if anything, it's very common. But when you have to spend more money on games that are mediocre to awful, it's more of a scam. I've discussed some of the things about NHRA Championship Drag Racing Speed for All, and they're actually just, I actually won't even say that they're just as guilty. They're actually even worse. The basic game itself, which gets mixed reviews, will set you back about $50. If you want all the upgrades, it will cost you $80. What sets the $80 apart from the $50, I hear you ask? Well, the $80 comes back with 5 new paint schemes. And of those 5, only one, John Force, is something that fans would be willing to upgrade for. The other 4 are just generic paint schemes. Oh, and I should mention also, by the way, they're still using unbranded cars. So they're not using Chevy, they're not using Dodge or Ford. It's just all generic cars. I'm literally paying extra money. I'm literally paying $6 for John Force and then $6 each for 4 paint schemes that is just like, nah. And again, nobody's arguing that merch isn't a cash grab, but when you're exploiting your audience to the point that AEW and the NHRA are, it's predatory. I get these game companies need to make their money back, but these are just bad looks. I don't have any problem paying $2 for something I want that I'll play on a regular basis when I'm bored. But $30 for 5 skins? Nah. And the sad thing about all of this, and we'll talk about how crazy merch can get in the next segment, but these predatory methods are merchandising that need to stop. But sadly, as long as there's money to grab, people will try to grab it, and these types of deals won't stop. Because sadly, it has proven itself profitable in the past. Still proves itself profitable today. So I'm going to take a break, because we're going to segue into another segment about merch grabs, but this one's going to be fun. It's going to be crazy. I'll be right back. Welcome back. So I was talking about merch in the last segment. We're going to talk about crazy merch in this segment. Because not only was there some crazy merch released, there was a debate that actually isn't happening that I think should be happening. But I decided to focus on Ric Flair for this segment. Now, there were some Ric Flair branded things that happened while I was gone. And I have to discuss these because somebody made a remark on social media that sounds good, but it can be proven wrong. Now, any and all wrestling fans, and many outside of them through pop culture, know about the Nature Boy Ric Flair. He bills himself as a 16-time championship, though the actual number of world championships he has won ranges from 20 to 26, depending on who you ask. This is a debate that a lot of wrestling historians have been having in recent years. Well, Ric Flair was never good with his money, and it's clear that he needs money. A lot of money. So recently he's been using items with his name and likeness on it, and we'll discuss some of these. Now we're going to start with the least crazy one first. We will discuss his new chicken wing restaurant. Yes, Ric Flair has opened a delivery-only chicken wing restaurant called Woo Wings, or Wings. Now, why wouldn't you call it Woongs? Is beyond me, because that's just absolutely perfect. But I'm going to quote the Woo Wings website in the description. And by the way, I'd like to also apologize to my spell check for this segment. I put you through hell, and I apologize. Quote, one of the greatest wrestlers in history, the Nature Boy Ric Flair infuses his signature woo into his crowd-pleasing wings. I have no idea how you infuse woo into chicken wings, but that's just me. Nate has wrapped his brand around this delivery-first menu, which features the only chicken wings worthy of carrying the name of the 16-time heavyweight champion and 2-time WWE Hall of Famer. Order the legendary flavor and World Championship wings for delivery tonight. Woo Wings is the first nationwide delivery-only restaurant that combines wrestling with handcrafted classic recipes. You think they're trying to hype this up a little bit? Each menu item from Woo Wings was specifically crafted by Ric Flair and his team to put in a little stylin' and profiling, Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling and dealing, limousine riding, jet flyer son of a gun into each bite. That was something Ric Flair actually said about himself on TV on a number of occasions. Now to get into the bit of a technical aspect of it, Woo Wings has partnered with Kitchen Data Systems. Could you come up with a more generic name for a kitchen company? A software company which matches viable brands with restaurants, helping not only retired restaurants but also pizzerias throughout the United States produce more daily orders. Each order goes directly to a real, all caps, pizzeria in your area and is cooked by the restaurant Kitch Partners. Yes, this is something they actually said. With plans to work hundreds of restaurants in the nationwide, Woo Wings will be in every major city soon. Now, I know what you're thinking. What are Woo Wings? What are the flavors you have? Well, we'll start with regular wings, buffalo wings. Each one of these, by the way, are 10 classic wings tossed in the specific sauce I mentioned. Buffalo wings, barbecue wings, habanero wings, which are actually a habanero hot sauce mixed with paprika, cayenne pepper, and garlic. Garlic parmesan rings, which are tossed in a parmesan, garlic, and parsley butter sauce. Lemon pepper wings, which are tossed in a zesty lemon and cracked pepper sauce. And each one of the regular wings has a boneless variant except barbecue for some reason. They offer, even though it's under sandwiches, plural, there's only one sandwich, which is a boneless breast topped with slaw, gold sauce, and pickles on a butter bun. And you can order French fries, which are described as classic potatoes cut fresh and tossed in salt and seasoning, and a veggie side, which is fresh chilled celery and carrots. With the exception of the French fries, all are sold with blue cheese dressing. Now, actually, if they were in my area, I would try them, because I'm a chicken wing guy. It could be the best chicken wing I've ever had. You never know. But like many other celebrities, Ric Flair is also endorsing an energy drink. You can sip some Woo Energy while munching on some Woo Wings. Again, all of this is from the Woo Energy website. Quote, Woo Energy... Sorry, my throat's a little dry this week. Anyway... Woo Energy's variety pack of sparkling mushroom elixir is made with natural antioxidants, nootropics, and caffeine that deliver hours of sustained, non-jittery energy and focus without the crash. Each can contains 1,500 milligrams of the proprietary blend, 2 milligrams niacin, vitamin B3, 1200 mcg of vitamin B12, 1500 milligrams of taurine. I'm hoping some of these are typos. 150 milligrams of caffeine, and it's designated for 18 only. And it's also, there's a weird one that says you can't drink more than 1 can in a day. Already that's weird. But I hear you asking, what is the proprietary blend? Well, they list the various things on their website. We're going to go through them all in the order in which they list them. L-theanine helps to promote mental well-being and mind relaxation by lowering anxiety and stress levels. Gotu kola extract has been shown to increase calmness and may help reduce stress and anxiety. It can also help with circulation. Lion's mane mushrooms. The rest of these, by the way, are mushrooms. Lion's mane is known for its nootropic benefits, helps to increase focus and memory, and may enhance concentration. Cordyceps. This has been this particular one has been sort of the subject of ridicule, but it's basically, look it up on Google, you'll find out why it's mocking it as stupid. Cordyceps, widely known to boost energy and rejuvenate the mind, body, and soul by helping you reach new highlights. Our mushroom energy boosting blend helps increase mental clarity, enhance performance, and elevate stamina. It can also help balance microflora in the gut and support overall cognitive brain function. Chaga. Chaga mushroom is a type of fungus. Again, I'm reading this all from the website. Chaga mushroom is a type of fungus that grows mainly on the bark of birch trees in cold climates. Chaga's antioxidant properties may help combat oxidation and lower blood pressure. In addition to regulating the immune system, the types of beta-D-glucans can be found in chaga have also been shown to help lower blood sugar levels. It may also help the brain from neurodegeneration, boost cognitive function, improve memory, mood, focus, and concentration. Turkey tail. The turkey tail mushroom comes from the Trametes, Tramites versicolor family, or cloud mushroom. It gets its name from the brown and tan rings that resemble the femals of a turkey. Turkey tail benefits include stimulating immune function and reducing inflammation. Shiitake. No description on the website whatsoever, but it's still mentioned in the blend. Maitake. Maitake, or the dancing mushroom, is a variety that originated in Japan. Maitake mushrooms have beneficial properties as a functional food. Their nutrient value comes from amino acids, B vitamins, and minerals including copper, zinc, and phosphorus. Maitake contains large amounts of alpha and beta glucans, polysaccharides, triterpenes, I have no idea what those are, and additional bioactive chemicals that offer a wide range of health benefits. Red reishi. Red reishi mushroom has been used to enhance the immune system, reduce stress, improve sleep, and lessen fatigue. An energy drink that reduces stress and improves sleep. Just think about that one for a second. It may also help with high blood pressure and high cholesterol. The red reishi is known to support healthy function of the internal organs like the liver, lungs, and heart. Yeah, so that's what you're getting when you're drinking Ric Flair energy. It comes in 3 flavors, and from what I've heard, none of them are any good. I am not spending $20 on a 6-pack to try them, so you're on your own. But the best one, the funniest one, is Ric Flair Crypto. Yes, this is a real thing. Again, quoting from the WooCoin website, quote, Ric Flair, engineered for meme mastery, crafted for the cryptoverse. Welcome to WooCoin, where simplicity meets the thrill of the crypto world. It's not all that complex. It's all about embracing the essence of fun and flair. This flair not being capitalized, by the way. Inspired by the legendary nature boy Ric Flair, we're here to take on a silent, profiling, limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing crypto adventure. Oh yeah, I'm willing to bet this is a wheeling and dealing crypto adventure. Rick is more than just a platform. It's a celebration of the larger-than-life persona that is Ric Flair, built to meme and designed for crypto enthusiasts. I don't even know how you become one of those. This is the ultimate homage to the one and only Nature Boy. If there is one thing, if there's anyone destined for the world of crypto, it's Ric Flair. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, if there's anyone destined to scam their well-meaning fans out of their money, it is Ric Flair. Going back to the website. Our platform is Rick's way of expressing gratitude. I can't read this with a straight face. To generations of fans who support him throughout his illustrious career. Join the Rick community and start collecting Woo coins. Your ticket to exclusive experiences that only Rick can offer. At Rick, we believe it's the power and simplicity and thrill of the ride. They wrote this seriously. This is hilarious. Join us on the crypto adventure and make every moment a styling and profiling woo kind of experience. This is just a platform. This is not just a platform. It's a lifestyle. Rick style. Yes. Investing all your money into something that's probably going to be a scam, yeah. But the best part, I needed some water before I say this. Okay. I have to read this next part. Because as dumb as all of this sounded, it pales in comparison to what's immediately below if you scroll down. I will swear on a stack of whatever religious texts you want me to. I will swear on the name of all that is holy. This is an exact quote from their own website. Quote, I'm going to try to do this without laughing too, which is going to be difficult. This meme coin is designed as a commemorative token for the sake of nostalgia, and hence is intrinsically useless. This project is for entertainment purposes only, and should not be viewed as an investment. Purchasing this meme coin, I'm trying to keep it together right now, I really am. Purchasing this meme coin is not permitted for residents and citizens of the United States. You can't even buy it in the country he's most well known in. Okay. Continuing. By purchasing Woo coin, you are of the sound understanding that there is neither expectation nor guarantee of financial gain. Whew. Okay. I've been joking about this, and I've been laughing at it, because it is funny, let's be honest. But let me ask a serious question here. Who is this for? Okay, I get energy drinks, and I can even understand chicken wings. But crypto with no financial gain? Who's buying this shit? Who is this even for? I could maybe understand if it was available to people in the United States, but who outside of the United States would be dumb enough to buy some crypto that has no chance of being worth more than what it is? I don't think even the biggest Ric Flair marks I don't think even people who buy Ric Flair worn robes could justify this purchase. But this led to something that I thought was hilarious because of how wrong it was. Somebody on social media, and I forget exactly where, said that Ric Flair has become the Krusty the Clown in the terms of merchandising. No. I hate to break it to you, honeysuckle, but Hulk Hogan has had that distinction for years. See, whatever Flair is doing now, Hogan has already done before, sometimes multiple times. Flair has Woo Wings. Hulk Hogan has Pasta Mania. Flair has Woo Energy. Hulk Hogan had Hogan Energy Drink. Ric Flair has Woo Coins. Hulk Hogan has several cryptos with his name already on them. But in terms of products that Hogan has had that have not done well, I'll just do a short list, because if doing a comprehensive one, we'd be here all day. Hulk Hogan has had, amongst other things, Hulkster Frozen Burgers, the Hulk Hogan Ultimate Grill, the Hulk Hogan Thunder Mixer, Hogan's Beach Restaurant, Hulk Hogan's Main Event for Xbox Connect, the Hulk Hogan War Bonnet, Hulk Hogan Multivitamins, and just released, like the day before I started working on this, the Hulk Hogan Igloo Cooler. And aside from Hogan's Beach Shop and Hulk Hogan's Hangout, all of these were failures except for the cooler. We'll have to see how that one works. I mean, Ric Flair is going to have to work like 10 times as hard to get the Krusty the Clown title out of Hogan's hands. That doesn't mean he's not going to try, but he just can't get it done. And the thing about this is, even if you took all the wacky Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair merchandise out of the equation, the amount of weird, officially licensed wrestling merch is amazing. Like, there's 2 separate videos that talk about the 100 different the 100 weirdest pieces of wrestling merch. First off, almost all of them, with I think like 3 or 4 exceptions on both videos, across both videos, are all licensed. But then, of the 2 videos, I think there's maybe like 2 or 3 that were on both videos, but it was almost always separate from each other. I mean, wrestling merch is a true cash grab in the sense that they will literally put their logos on everything. Even more than the NFL or NASCAR or anyone else. Wrestling merchandise will be branded with anything and everything, and fans will buy it. There's a reason WrestleCrap.com has a section on their website devoted to bad wrestling merch. If you have an afternoon to kill, go look it up. It's worth your time. It's amazing to me how much weird wrestling shit is up for sale. And it's such a unique blend of oddness no matter what it is you're talking about. And I could sit here all day and just talk about example after example after example, but I'm not going to. I've already proven my point here. Yes, merch is a cash grab. But sometimes you just have to look and say, okay, have we gone too far? And most companies don't do that, and you're seeing it now. So with that, I'm out of steam for this week. I'll be back next week. I'm Dave Fowles. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you then.